Sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. It's Batum at the power forward with Zubac at center, and it's Wall in at the point.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Edwards against George. There's the triple. Batum's shot is off. McDaniels against Leonard. Outside for Russell. Pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. Towns on a screen. Russell to pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
To the wing on the left. Zubac passes to Leonard. Batum outside. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. And the jam by George.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Now here's Russell. Towns double team. Russell finds Gobert. Now here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Pass to Zubac. Batum outside. Here's Leonard. Can't cash it in from close range.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Here's McDaniels. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Edwards against George. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Edwards. Minnesota in the lead. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Back to Daniels.
2 minutes remaining.
Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by George.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Count it.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. McDaniels against Leonard. Pass to Edwards. Towns for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Edwards against Wall. Back to Edwards. Fires the three. The shot no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. And stolen by Gobert. Pass to Edwards. And here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Lets the three fly. Here's Gobert. Another shot. And it's good on the layup.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
Out to the right wing. Kicks it to George. The three is up. Russell with the rebound. Gobert passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And so in the game for the Clippers, Leonard and Batum, the duo at forward. Paul George out there with John Wall. And it's Zubats in at the 5.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Leonard passes to Wall. Batum outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Zubats. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. McDaniels passes to Russell. Back to Daniels. Fires the 3. They get it again. Pass to Russell. Back to Daniels. 4-3. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers trail. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Zubats with the steal to the middle. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Batum gets the bucket.
Someone you can rely on to make winning plays. Batum capitalizes off the fast break.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. High post Towns. Batum's on him. Poke loose. George with a steal. Wall with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Back to Wall. Pass to Batum. The crossover. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent. That's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
Aside from the rim runners in this league, most bigs are now asked to help stretch the floor.
George passes to Batum. And again, no good by the Clippers. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Russell finds Gobert. Outside Edwards. Outside Russell. And the three-pointer goes. And now a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
2 minutes remaining now. 2 minutes.
Zubats with a screen on Edwards. Batum outside, puts up a 3, and good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
3 points.
Batum's got 6 in the quarter.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a 3 of his own.
Russell, that's good.
Inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Timberwolves foul. Jaden McDaniels. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Leonard, here we go. Batum's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Five on the clock. For 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Up top, Batum. Back to George. Outside Wall. Inside. Batum's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. It's McDaniels on the wing. And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Batum outside. Russell against Leonard. Back to Batum. Fires for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Batum's got 9 points in the quarter.
The quick trigger from Nick. Like how fast he acts on offense.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by
8. Let's hear it for the Jabberwockies!
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's George McLaughlin. And it's Noel in a 2-guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting at about 44% so far. It's Covington on the wing. Out to Powell. Kennard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Takes a 3. Reid with the rebound.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Outside, Anderson. Back to Reid. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. Powell passes to Kennard. It's stolen away. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Anderson. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Prince can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Kennard, left side. Down low. The kick out to Morris. Wide open look. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Up top, Anderson. There's the 3. Kennard with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And Anderson over to help. Kicks it out to Kennard. Into the lane. Pass to Jackson. For 3, Covington. It's Covington on the wing. It's Powell on the wing. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to Reed. Over to the wing. To the inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Clippers trail. Jackson outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, and Reed with a block. In transition, here they come. Pass to Prince. And here's Reed, guarded by Morris. Reed can't hit. Well, Los Angeles shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Jackson outside. Back to Powell. Oh, and Reed with a block. Prince down low, defended by Kennard. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Anderson. Here's Prince. Knocks it down from distance. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Morris can't hit.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
To the paint. Here's Noel. Powell covers. Prince on the attack. Here's McLaughlin. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
To the inside. That one's good from Powell. On the assist from Jackson.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Here's Prince. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Noel, no good. Powell passes to Covington. Here's the second effort.
Torian Prince, he does it every night. He competes. Terrific effort on the defensive end.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Clippers, Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Luke Kennard out there with Robert Covington. And it's Morris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Edwards. Launches a 3.
Active on defense. When Powell puts forth this type of effort, it distracts shooters.
Drops in the 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Out to Covington. Powell against Edwards. 6 to shoot. Powell in the post. And he lays it up and in.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell.
Boxing foul, Norman Powell. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Towns passes to Edwards. Now here's Towns. Outside for Russell. 4 on the clock. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team foul.
It's on Norman Powell.
I'm open!
Second chance shot. Outside for Russell. Launches it. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. It's on Norman Powell. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Jackson with it. Towns covering. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Edwards against Powell. Now here's Towns. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Covington. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Check out the urgency Powell has in transition. Hustling back to finish the play.
Towns with the ball. From deep. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. Powell with it. Here's Kennard. Off target from outside.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Gobert passes to Edwards. Russell against Jackson. Back to Edwards. Outside Russell. Goes up at the elbow. That shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns.
Right there, he went for the flashy crossover and loses the ball. I mean, sometimes you just have to stick to the basics.
And here's Edwards outside. And they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 5. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Oh, Covington with a block.
All over, guys. I like watching Covington be a pest on the defensive end.
The Clippers shooting about 41%.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
And a big part of their success was the second chance buckets they secured tonight.
Yeah, it's just proof that being aggressive on the boards can pay game-winning dividends.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Karl Anthony Towns.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Powell finds Morris. Back to Powell. Pass to Covington. From behind the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And that's an intentional foul.
Man, you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Russell. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. We saw 2 different teams tonight.
Boy, these two teams are on the rise, RJ. Some fantastic young talent on display on both sides.
Oh, the future is bright, and these guys are the future. But don't look over the present, because they are already so exciting to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun courtside.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him, with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
McDaniels dishes to Gobert. There's the drive, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And when Gobert's making a move to the bucket, it's best to just stay out of the way. There's a lot of momentum behind the big fella.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And here's Morant after the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Morant passes to Bain. Launches a three. Minnesota with the rebound. And so just over a minute and a half played. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. One point he made to his players was, they're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. We have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
All right, thank you, David.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Russell kicks to McDaniels. Driving the lane. He's looking for Russell and finds him. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. Trailing by 2. Adams, the pass to Bain. From deep three-point range, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And what a fearless drive by Brooks, going right into the defense there and drawing the foul.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. You very rarely see a miss.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Now here's Towns. Russell with a wide open look. Brooks grabs the board.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there.
Oh my goodness, what a play.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Russell dishes to McDaniels. The kick out to Towns. Knocks down the 3-ball. Towns has got 6 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Morant. Jackson a screen on Russell. Morant finds Bain. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Right side, Edwards. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
Morant scanning the floor. Bain kicks to Morant. Goes back up. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He has 6.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Out to Edwards. Outside, Towns. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Russell inside. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So on the floor for Memphis. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Drains the three-pointer. Edwards got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota. Edwards gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Towns, the pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Russell from long range. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant bats for two. Towns with the steal. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Payne who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Trailing by two. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Morant finds Payne. Lock at 6. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morant. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
He's not going to back down from anyone. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Russell kicks to Towns. Out to Russell. Latrey. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Russell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Jackson misses. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Towns, some solid defense there from Jackson.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Pass to Bain. No good on the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Edwards can't hit. Memphis trailing here. Jackson from long range. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And Towns gets it to go.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Morant against Russell. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
This is his first free throw of the game.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And he sinks the second. Russell against Morant. Down low. Gobert with the block. So that'll be it for the first half. A fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 5. Thank you, David. We'll be back after.
21.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
They've got Anderson. Also, Naz Reid out there, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Outside, Jones. Here's Aldama. He's covered by Anderson. Aldama can't hit. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. Anderson in the post. This one for 3. Here's McLaughlin. And again, Minnesota with the triple. One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days that we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place, right now, a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard smalls, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Timberwolves leading by 10. Noel passes to McLaughlin. It's Prince on the wing. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Noel. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Grizzlies shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Jones, no luck. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Reid with it. He's against Green. Reid misses. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jones, the pass to Concho. Jones in the post, and the layup falls. Jones has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies. Minnesota's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Out left to the wing. Passes to Noel. From deep. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit. And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Jones, the pass to Concho.
2 minutes remaining.
Jacks up a 3. Hands it from downtown. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Right side, Jones. Puts up a 3. Here's Conchar. Here's the pass to Aldama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conchar, the pass to Green. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota leading by 7. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Here's Noel. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Jones. .58 seconds left to play in the third. And stolen by Prince. Takes it inside. Pass to Reed. Out to the right wing. Here's Noel. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. McLaughlin, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 9-point game. 24 seconds left in the third. A 3 off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Anderson finds Reed. The kick out to Anderson. Back to Reed from past the arc. Aldama with the rebound. Here's Conchar. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Timberwolves ahead. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Quick pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So on the floor for Memphis, Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the 1. Russell dishes to Edwards. And good that time.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Morant outside. Bain looking around. A 3-pointer, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Edwards finds Gobert. Now, here is Russell. Back to Gobert. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Morant.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And the second free throw, good. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now here's Morant. He takes it in. Gobert with the block. Left side, Towns. Edwards kicks to Towns. Out to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
Outside, Russell. Kicks it to Gobert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Towns. The 3. Out to Edwards. Outside, Russell. Morant with the steal. Going inside, and he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
The quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Towns, the pass to Edwards. Towns, a screen on Bain. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. Edwards can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant finds Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Now Morant. makes a three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Out to the right wing. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. He feeds it to Gobert. Over Brooks. Gobert can't hit. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. From deep, Brooks. Jackson from long range. He can't get that one to fall. Timberwolves go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. McDaniels with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here are the Grizzlies. They trail by 7. Bane, no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Morant with the steal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense. And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference.
We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now here's George. The kick out to Wall. It's George on the wing. Back to Batum. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
He's perfect from the line this time. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Now here's Morant. Three-pointer. Gets the three ball to go.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Here's Wall. Kicks it to George. Lets it go from deep. Brooks with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The three is up. That one's good from Bain on the assist by Brooks.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Wall. Kicks it to George. Back to Wall. Pass to Batum. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple. Batum's got 5.
So good at so quickly analyzing and getting through his progressions. Nick Batum gets it off before the defender can react.
Now here's Bain. Counted. Bain's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Wall, the pass to George. Back to Wall. Kicks it to George. The 3-ball. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Well, not only prolific from 3, but efficient from 3. Paul George, nicely done. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly...
Whoa!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Wall finds Zubats. Here's George, and the jam by George.
Paul George leaving, no doubt. Nice finish.
Memphis trailing here. Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Outside Bain to the wing, right side. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Back to Adams. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Leonard passes to George. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Can't get it to fall. Pass to Adams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
George against Bain. With the crossover. And it's good on the lay-in. George has got 7 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Sinks the tray.
A phase of his game that Ja's worked hard on. Morant's jumper becoming more and more reliable.
For 3, George. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And the basket by Bain.
Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 9, a solid percentage so far. That shot wide open. He's got 11. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Shot to stop the run. George, no good.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
From deep, Morant. The shot off that time. And so it's Memphis closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Batum. From outside, off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
George against Bain. That one goes. Count it. George has got 9 points.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Bain with it. He's got 11. Jackson, the pass to Moran. On the take. Moran with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
From the arc. That doesn't go either for George.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
There's Jackson with the 3. No good. And Los Angeles the other way now. George outside. Jacks up a 3. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Well, Paul George been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
Moran against Wall. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3. He's got 16.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Bain. Good, and the setup by Moran. And now it's a 12-point Grizzly lead. Doris, the last few years, we've seen teams put together rosters loaded with talent, but it hasn't always translated to rings.
I think what we've learned, Brian, is that just accumulating talent is not enough to win in this league. What you have to find is a team that fits together well in terms of the individual parts. There also has to be that elusive chemistry. You can't define it, hard to win without it.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Wall, the pass to George. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Moran off the drive.
The quick feed of Moran. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Bain against George. Pass to Zubats. Wall against Moran, looking to win the run, and scoring inside is Wall.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Memphis has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. From deep, Bain. No good there. And Los Angeles the other way now. Outside Wall. Back to George. Batum outside. Outside Wall. Pass to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's stolen by Adams.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. Well, I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Adams comes with a double, just 5 to shoot, and a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Pass to Jackson. And here's Adams. He's guarded by Zubac. And so we wrap up the first half.
The Grizzlies, 34. And put your hands together and get loud for the Jabberwockies.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Robert Covington is out there with Luke Kennard, and it's Morris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Green, the pass to Jones. Pass to Aldama. The three. Leaps for it and out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Well, Los Angeles shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Jackson outside. Here's Powell. Inside. Covington passes to Powell. Green for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Tillman. From deep.
When you're an offensive shooter, you have to be willing to work on the defensive end. Kennard making it tough.
Outside Covington. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011, the trade of CP3 to the Clippers. It started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Back to Jones. Pass to Aldama. And he dunks it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Out to Covington. This one for three. Counted from distance.
Covington has put such time and work into that perimeter game. Now the confidence he shoots it with knocks that down. That's beautiful.
Jones, the pass to Green. Here's Conchar. Outside Jones. 4 on the clock. From outside the arc. No luck on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. And boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Conchar, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Steven Adams checked in for Tillman. Jaren Jackson comes in for Aldama. Dylan Brooks checked in for Green. And it's Ja Morant in for Jones. Shot's good by Morant. And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And Memphis also making a switch. Baines checked in. Morant, the pass to Jackson. From deep three-point range. Paul George pulls it in. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
I love scorers who want to seek contact. Kawhi Leonard consistently in the top 20 in free throw attempts. It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Outside for Brooks. From downtown. Jackson outside. Pass to Morant. The 3. It's rebounded by George. Right side Wall. The shake. And the big finish by Wall.
That is big time handles. The ball's on a string. Good luck checking John Wall.
And so it's Memphis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their play has earned them a nice lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Morant and Bade in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's... Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Adams a screen. From deep, Zubac with the steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's George, and George with the jam.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
And George launches it from deep. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. From deep, Morant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
George with it. Jackson in his pocket. And Leonard, here we go. Ball for 3. And it's Bane with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
George for 3. They get the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Intercepted. To the middle, looking to get it going. Stolen by Jackson. And here they come. Here's Morant. Oh, misses the dunk. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Left block shot on the way. Well, the Grizzlies shooting at about 51% for the game so far on this one. Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Takes the three. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Bain. Out to the wing. It's stolen by Leonard. And they're on the break. Here's George. Off with the layup.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end. Certainly, he cannot buy a bucket right now.
Brooks from outside. And it's slammed in by Adams.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Outside for Moran. Beyond the arc. Batum pulls it in.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has improved his passing ability on time and on target. Yes, sir.
It's stolen by Wall. Pass to George. Back to Wall. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Wall's got 4 points in the quarter.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Moran. Pass to Adams. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Wall, the pass to George. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. Tries to save it. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Here's Morant. He takes it in. And then Morant with the jam.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Morant. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Brooks outside. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Batum with a screen on Bain. George for 3. It's not going to go for him. And so the Grizzlies take the win. And they barely... Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
They're one single unit.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. Towns with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Timberwolves passing it around. On the wing, George. It's stolen by Edwards. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. To the paint, stolen by Zubats.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there, ready to pick it off.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Edwards dishes to Russell. Right wing. McDaniels with the ball. George picks him up, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here's Wall. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
That one drops for him. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Back to Wall. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 6. All with it. Picked up by Edwards. The three from George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside, Edwards. Inside. Gobert finds McDaniel. To the middle. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you an...
Boy, that was awesome from Wall. Got one of the tightest handles in the association. We call that rush hour handle.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Leonard with the steal. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Edwards. No points in the game yet for him. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Now here's McDaniel. He's covered by Leonard. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
The kick out to Wall. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. Out to Edwards. Misses the 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And George with the stuff.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Over in the corner, McDaniels. A 3-ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, Russell loves to take and make these quick trigger shots. He plays with a nice rhythm and flow to his game.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got his second bucket.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock if his teammate has something a little better.
The 3 from George. George missing again. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. All out there with Paul George. And it's Zubac in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
How about that dunk? I mean, you don't see that every game, but Russell looks to flush when the chance is there.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Russell's got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Batum a screen on Russell. Wall passes to Batum. Back to Wall. Pass to Batum. He kicks it to Wall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 6.
Wall is so strong, he's able to brush off contact and still find ways to creatively score.
Russell passes to Edwards. Back to Russell. He feeds it to Gobert. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Clark, just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. I think you'd agree unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
McDaniels finds Russell. Back to McDaniel. Out to Russell. To the wing right side. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, such a smooth, tight handle. I mean, especially for a guy with a 6'5" frame and 6'9" wingspan.
George against Edwards. George passes to Leonard. Outside for Batum for three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He has 5.
Batum not known for his outside shot, but I'd love to see him knock this shot down on a more consistent basis.
Edwards dishes to Russell. Out to Edwards. Lets it go with a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got the lead back up to 6 now for the Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Outside Wall. Towns with the steal. Timberwolves passing it around. Out to Russell. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. All with it. He's picked up by Russell. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Gobert the pass to Edwards. Batum against Russell. The pass to McDaniels. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Leonard. Second chance shot. Gobert can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's George. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves leading by 6. Right side Towns. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Towns for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Batum. A crossover. That shot off the mark. Towns with the defensive effort. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. 15 seconds left now here in the second. Russell from long range. It's rebounded by Leonard. Batum dishes the Wall. Outside Leonard, and we finish one half of basketball. The Timberwolves on top, up by 6. It's time now. Thank you, David, and we'll be back.
25.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Clippers trail by 9. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Last year, 90%, and he was right there among the best in the league with that percentage.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Right side, Covington. Morris with a screen on Anderson. 4-3, Covington. The shot, no good. Timberwolves leading by 9. Reed the pass to Noel. Back to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the inside. Morris, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Noel passes to Prince. Here's McLaughlin. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And we all know how crafty RJ is. When he can stay healthy, he can lead a team, at least in spurts.
He hits the second from the line. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Shot from the top of the key. They get it back. Here's Reed. Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. To the right side. Good. That one on target from Noel. Noel's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. Outside, Covington. It's Powell on the wing. To the middle. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Passes it to McLaughlin. Got a piece of it. Reed kicks to Anderson. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. No good with the triple. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game.
Norman Powell, first personal foul.
Here's McLaughlin. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Anderson's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Morris passes to Kennard. Back to Morris. Comes up empty down low. Timberwolves leading by 8. Over to the wing. Now Prince. Here's Noel. 6 on the shot clock. McLaughlin. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Here's the 3. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Prince, the pass to Noel. And the pass to McLaughlin. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Defense. LA basketball.
Clippers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Powell dishes to Covington. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
It's Powell with the drive. The rebound by Prince.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
One more time for your Clippers Spirit team.
Here's Jackson, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one.
22. Man, please give a big round of applause for your
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Teron Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Robert Covington out there with Morris, and it's Kennard in at the 3, the small forward. Clock is at 3. That misses off the backboard.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Outside, Russell. Gobert with a screen on Powell. Russell passes to Gobert. Good work there as it goes. Gobert's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Making the right choice there. I mean, Russell, this is what scouts like about him. His feel, that intuitive feel for the game.
Morris, no good. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. It's Covington on the wing. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Covington.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player. And Covington, consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Out to Russell. Right wing. Towns for 3. Kept alive, Minnesota. A second chance effort. They shoot again. Three-pointer. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
And here's Covington from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Russell passes to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got the lead back up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. Jackson kicks to Powell. Jackson down low. Russell's there. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Almost got there in time, but waited just a little too long.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Beyond the arc. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. The kick out to Towns. 6 to shoot. Russell with a wide open look. Rebound by the Clippers.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Towns finds Edwards. They grab their own miss. Now here's Gobert. Back to Towns. Edwards passes to Russell. And the three ball is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And, you know, once Russell catches fire now, let him eat. I mean, he's got the ability to take over games with his scoring.
A nice shot by George.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Russell feeling it out a bit. To the wing right side. McDaniels dishes to Russell. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Leonard attacking. That one, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. 58 seconds left in the fourth. Russell against Wall. Russell passes to Gobert. Leonard with the steal. Wall against Russell. Batum dishes the Wall. Misses from short range. Minnesota with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Towns kicks to Russell from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building.
Well, the pace figures to be fast tonight. Two teams that thrive when the tempo is at its quickest.
You're going to love this one. Up and down. Neither squad likes to use too much of the shot clock. They'll be looking to get out in transition every time they get a chance.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. Russell against Morant. Pass to Bain. Lets the 3 fly. And he can't get that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Towns. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Offensive board. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Towns. Clock at 6. Stolen by Jackson. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And here's Morant outside. Russell with the rebound. And here are the Timberwolves.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
First team.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Russell finds Towns. From downtown. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
And so it's Minnesota with it. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Edwards can't hit.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Shot's good by Morant.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Towns against Jackson. Towns down low. McDaniels passes to Russell. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
The aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
Outside Morant. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. There's something that has really brought this group together.
Bain, no good.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Edwards, the pass to Russell. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. A minute 20 left in the opening quarter. Great D that time from Bain. From deep, Morant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Outside Edwards. Knocked loose. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Morant with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Inside. Bain, the pass to Brooks. And a nice finish on the layup.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the defense perfectly.
And he drives in. Outside McDaniels. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Outside for Morant. Brooks outside. Outside Bain. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Stolen by Jackson. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's McDaniels in at the 3.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical. Brooks aggressive above the rim.
Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. Now here's Edwards. Outside for Russell. Pass to Towns. The 3 ball. No good on the shot. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
Now here's Brooks. Here's Adams. Second chance effort. And Gobert with a block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
Morant against Russell. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bain earlier in the draft.
BA, the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Gobert. Back to Towns. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside Morant, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
Morant against Russell. Jackson, the pass to Morant. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bain. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Outside Morant. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Jackson can't get it to go.
The defender made him change his shot. Still got it up with the double clutch, but that's not what his coach was looking for.
Towns passes to Gobert. Outside for Russell. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson outside. Here's Morant. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Jackson, the pass to Bain. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But, Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Morant is such a quick thinker. He doesn't hesitate on the catch and shoot.
Minnesota calls timeout. And the dead-eye shooter, Mike Miller, here to support his former team, the Grizzlies.
Hey, the Rookie of the Year back in 2001 for the Magic, but traded to Memphis and had the finest seasons of his career in a Grizzlies uniform.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "There's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product." Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? He came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
And here's Morant. 18 points for him. And Gobert with a block. Edwards against Bain. And Edwards slams it in.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Morant. Jackson outside. Pass to Morant. Launches it. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Gotta honor Morant's 3-ball. He's more than capable of torching you from there.
Russell attacking. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And no luck that time either.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
Outside Edwards. Second shot opportunity. Misses at the rim.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And so it's Memphis, a sizable lead.
7, the Timberwolves. 13.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman, then it's Green, and it's Aldama in at the power forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. Back to Noel. Here's Prince. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Jones from outside. Prince grabs the miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Anderson inside. Pass to Noel. Prince on the attack. Deflected. Outside Jones. Here's Aldama. Back to Green. Pass to Tillman. Over Reed. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Grizzlies foul. Xavier Tillman. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
And that one misses.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Here's McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. They get it back. Back to Anderson. Pass to Noel. Tries again. The bank shot, no good. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Noel. A slam dunk by Reed.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities. Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Off the mark there with a 3. For Memphis, they've got 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Back to Conchar. To the paint. Oh, they pick off the pass. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Prince. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Anderson against Jones. Aldama. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Here's Green. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. On the wing, Conchar. Here's Tillman. Nice D from Reed. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. That shot off. Jones with some nice D. Memphis has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Pass to Conchar. Outside, Green. Wing shot on the way. Here's Aldama. Anderson covers. Here's Tillman. Goes back up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Prince. Here's McLaughlin. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Grizzlies. They lead. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Taurean Prince. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1.
And you watch Danny Green work. Smart guy, a grinder. That time, he draws the foul.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break, because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Towns passes to Edwards. Out left to the wing. Here's Gobert. Here's Towns. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Aggressive play by Towns on the glass, recapturing possession so he can take it right back up.
And now a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
Oh my, I mean, he won in a landslide. He's got more points than the rest of the team combined. It's been by design. I mean, he's been the focal point of their offense from the very start. Once the points started flowing, his teammates were more than happy to keep feeding.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. And Edwards slams it in.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Morant, the pass to Adams. There's the triple. And Morant with the basket on the assist by Adams. Morant's got 24.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Here's Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Outside Morant. All alone. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. Will it go? And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bain, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Towns against Jackson.
The length, the quickness, and the agility. Jaren Jackson has everything he needs to be a premier defender.
Morant, the pass to Adams, and there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
Minnesota on D, and they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the strike. And Morant, no good on that one. For Minnesota, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. The kick out to Edwards. Towns passes to McDaniels. Outside Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Clock at 4. Outside for Russell. And stolen by Bane. Brooks outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just around 32% from the field. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Here's Towns. Left side, McDaniels. McDaniels, a screen on Adams. Shot clock at 6. And they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Pass to Russell. To stop the drought. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Morant. Memphis has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Grizzlies.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. That one's good for 2.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game.
Everyone, thanks for joining us on always fun to be on the call for one of these games, Brent. Conference rivals going at it, so much emotion, teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this, so hype, where the crowd is really into it. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we?
Here are the five for the Clippers. And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. Paul George is out there with Wall, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now George, following the miss by John Morant from deep. Brooks against Wall. Outside, Bain. The pass to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Lock at 6. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Morant finds Jackson. To the paint. Tries again. Adams. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, Adams back in the paint. That's where he lives.
Outside Leonard. Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Morant passes to Adams. Stolen by Zubac. Wall looking it over. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside for Batum. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And it's Morant missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The feed to Adams. Out to Morant. Brooks dishes to Morant. Wall with the steal. And George, here we go. Outside Batum. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. 1:51 left in the first quarter. On the wing, Batum. Stolen by Jackson.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming and made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson is going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
Clippers trail by 4. George looking over the floor. Zubac the pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Pass to George. That shot is off. And Memphis the other way now.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on. Well, the defense has got to try to hassle Kawhi Leonard as much as they possibly can, especially at the arc. He's too accurate.
Ball against Morant. Left side, Bane. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 3. And Wall kicks to George. The kick out to Wall. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Wall's got 5.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Dish now to Adams. Morant left side. Good if it goes. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's a tie game in Memphis. Let's take a quick... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
It's George on the wing. Batuma's screen on Brooks. The 3 from George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Morant looking around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The 3 from George. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Jackson finds Bane. Out to Morant. Lets it go from deep. And again, Memphis no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Leonard for Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
guy who keeps to himself quite a bit, Kawhi Leonard, more tries to lead by example and holds himself to the highest standards on the floor.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Morant plays it up and banks it in.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Batum with the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Down low, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Outside, Wall. George with the ball. Fires for three. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Out to Brooks. Leonard with the steal. Batum passes to Wall. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Sure. He feeds it to Batum. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Out to Morant. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Morant's got 7.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each tray that Ja makes builds his confidence.
Here's George. The kick out to Wall. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Back to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Jackson has the open look. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 3. Right side Leonard. George up top. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. We'll see if he can cash in now at the line.
And George drops them both. 20 seconds left in the first half of the game. Morant outside. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Adams. Out to Brooks. And a close game so far. All right, Dave, thank you. And time.
The Clippers, 18.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jaren Jackson. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Green, and it's Conchar into the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jones for 3. And he goes in for the dunk.
Go into the rack with energy. The D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Jackson. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Jackson. To the paint. With the floater. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Memphis leading by 3.
Now, part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
Conchar, the pass to Jones. Passes it to Tillman. Fires from deep. Good work defensively by Morris. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outsized factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have 2 teams in LA that can be this good.
To the middle, it's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And here's Covington from the arc. Drills it from outside. Covington's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Covington knocking one down and showing some confidence in his ability.
Here's Jones. The pass to Conchar. Jones looking for an opening. That's tipped. The Clippers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. Pass to Tillman. Misses from close range. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Kennard's shot is off.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Here's Tillman, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Outside Jackson.
What a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Here's Powell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Covington setting the pick for Powell. Feeds to Covington. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, he's got a scorer's mindset, but Norman Powell does play unselfish. If you have a better shot, he'll give it up.
Now here's Jones. Dishes it to Green. Shot clock at 5. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Morris. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more. And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career. Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
And here's Jackson. Outside, Covington. His three-pointers off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. And fourth quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Robert Covington out there with Morris, and it's Kennard in at the 3, the small forward.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Here's George. Passes it to Zubac. Outside for George. Stolen by Jackson. Morant against George. Payne for 3. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. And an important part of every team's game. And we'll look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The 3 from Morant. It's rebounded by Leonard. Morant's gone 2 of 7 from the arc. Here's Wall. Outside, George. Back to Wall. 5 on the clock. Outside, George. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the right wing. Morant against Wall. Morant outside. Jackson a screen on Wall. Now here's Morant for 3. And the second chance effort by Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. The shot comes out, and it's Memphis the other way. Now the pass to Adams. Memphis moving it around. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
George passes to Zubac. Batum inside. Jackson on him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And Batum playing with some aggressiveness here, drawing that foul.
And so he makes both from the line. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. A 2-point game. He kicks it to Adams. Jackson looking around, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George.
At the stripe, Jackson more than capable, but can he do it when it matters most?
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside, George. the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities, part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
And it's Morant missing. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Leonard. There's the feed to Wall. And he comes up with the deuce.
And how about the conviction to his craft? Wall has trust that his ability will shine through in big moments.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Here's George. Pass to Zubats. Leonard looking around. And George, here we go. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. Another shot. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Morant outside. And the call, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Wall.
Look at that. And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Here's Morant. Oh, missed it.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that ties the game up.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. It's tied at 39. 1 second left in the game.
And going back to college, Morant made a habit of rising to the occasion.
This would tie it. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So a close game sees Memphis take this one.